Welcome back. So starts the newspaper reviews with The Nation. Okay. Major headline. Rivers crisis. Cold war persists between Fubara lawmakers. Uncertainty over today's executive legislature parley. Transcorp Group doubles turnover to 408 billion. Profit rises by 132%. $20 million grant Oyetola followed due process, says APC. Ayanwo counters Ude Okoye's memo on PDP NEC meeting. Conspiracy and injustice in the appointment of Vice Chancellor for Ahmadu Bello University Zaria 2025. CBN to contain Naira volatility with foreign forex inflows. 2.3 million to sit for UTME from April 25. What stories do we have in The Nation?
Okay, major headline. Rivers State Governor Fubara, may your ego not end the state. So the lawmakers that the Supreme Court reinstated had given him a 48-hour ultimatum to represent the budget, which I found very gracious. I think it should be at the same budget you give for people. Just give the remaining 27 house, full house, the same budget. But he didn't do that. The ultimatum expired on Friday. His secretary to the government of Rivers State then wrote to the House, inviting them to a legislative executive parley on behalf of the governor, which is supposed to happen today at 10 a.m. And the stories in The Nation says that, according to some sources, the lawmakers are unhappy that he disregarded their letter sent to him, but he wrote them another letter. Now, in this letter, he's looking at 4 items. He's looking at the provision of a befitting space for the assembly sitting, which he had gone to the House then and taking down the House of Assembly when those 27 lawmakers defected, saying that they needed, there was danger, or I think he said the structure was effective. And then, so he said now he's looking at provision of a befitting space for the assembly sitting. He's looking at payment of all their outstandings, their remuneration and their allowances. And he's also looking at presenting the budget and other sundry matters and any other matter that may be necessary to be discussed. Now, I want to plead with the House of Assembly members in Rivers State, because the way it's going, egos does they fly everywhere. Yeah. Let's them be the bigger person, because they have a bigger interest. They are representatives of all the constituencies, the different constituencies in Rivers State. If one man refuses to be a bigger person, the entire state know how to. So somebody has to be the elder. I would like that the speaker and some members attend the parley. After they've heard him, they invite him to present the budget and continue with the governance of Rivers State. So they will let him know with action that he is being a small person. Because this has passed, the Supreme Court has ruled. If it is not about any other interest, let governance take place. Represent budget, discuss matters of the House at the Assembly. You cannot hold the state to ransom, but as it's going like this, threats are coming from the job groups up and down. This is totally unnecessary. And even he has incited these people, saying that the boys should be vigilant. These are totally unnecessary things, but we should please.
Yeah, so I have a total of over 2 million candidates have registered for this year's UTME and JAM. They said this is the highest number of applications the board has received in its history of conducting UTME. Last year, they had over 1.9 million candidates that are applied. And they said these exams will start April 25th in over 700 computer-based test centers nationwide. The public communication advisor to JAM also confirmed that the board has closed its registration for the examination March 8th. So that was on Saturday. They are saying over 200,000 candidates are expected to participate in an optional mock examination April 5th. Now, all this number is not including foreign students who are interested in writing JAM. That's a whole, number of
these are just
applicants.
Nigerians.
Yes. So for me, what does this mean? What does this mean for finally getting into universities? How many slots are open for university? What does it mean for NEL Fund and the people who may be needing? So, we're having more and more, our population is growing, more children are applying to go into schools, and we know that there's usually like a shortage of that. And then I also recall that there's some people that had complained about trying to register for this same JAM. I hope that was also sorted out, or if they're included in these, if they're excluded from this number as well. Just a lot, data to work with towards for other things.
Yeah. So I'm taking the story of what's happening in Osun State. The former governor, the current governor. So the current governor had taken a petition to the EFCC accusing the former governor, who is the current minister for blue, I like that ministry, blue economy, the minister of marine and blue economy, who was the former governor of Osun State, about misappropriating this $20 million fund that was given as a grant for the health sector in Osun State. Now, in reply, the APC media of Osun State released a detailed report saying this is just a witch hunt, and that they are publicized. They've released a document detailing everyone who got the contract, how the money was spent, and the fact that the money went into the healthcare system of Osun citizens, and that in the tenure of Oyetola, they uploaded and published the 110 contracts and the procurement details of those contracts, that nobody that got the contract from the health grant was a member of APC or even in the cabinet. So if he has any information, he should declare his information, which is encountering the EFCC petition that was raised. And they also mentioned the fact that accused the current governor that in the past 2 years he has only uploaded 7 contracts. So he's not, they're accusing him of not being transparent and saying that they have published their own details. For me, I like healthy conversations like this, where we can disagree, but we do it healthy. We drop the document, you say your own, I say my own, the public can decide. But what is happening in Rivers is not good at all for me.
So the Central Bank of Nigeria is poised to contain the resurfaced Naira volatility, with forex inflows surge recorded in the market last week. They said the Naira depreciated by 3.6% to 1,556 Naira 63 kobo USD at the foreign exchange markets, NFEM, the official market, despite CBN's intervention, selling $59 million to authorized dealers. The auction funds, however, helped limit further weakening amid persistence of the fall, excess demand over supply. And analysts at Cordros Security said that FX reserves leveled declined by $115 million week on week to 38.34 billion, marking the 8th consecutive week of the decline. So there's a lot of numbers here and data, but whatever they are saying is that they are trying as much as possible to support the markets and seeing how our Naira can stabilize for a bit. The Naira stabilized a bit, and then it seems like it's beginning to fall again, and CBN is doing whatever it can to make sure that they are able to just hold it with the money that the federal government is giving to them, to see how they can just hold the market. But if we are really not exporting, I don't know how that is sustainable. Well, we're taking a breather here. When we come back, we'll continue the newspaper reviews. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.